Last week, I put out a couple of polls to you guys, and I was shocked to see that over 50% of you haven't even started your social media marketing agencies yet. And on top of that, 70% of you that have started still haven't signed up your first ever client. So in today's video, you're gonna find out why you're such a big failure and why your parents are so disappointed. I can't. Okay, guys, I'm joking. I want to help you out, and I want to help you sign that first client and get started and get that juicy paycheck that you've been craving, because that's the reason why you're watching this video. But I'm shocked to see so many people haven't yet started. So before we get into this, make sure you enter our ongoing competition, drop a comment underneath this video and win the chance to get a affluent merch kit. But I'm going to start off by going through, in my opinion, and what I've seen out there, the three main reasons why people don't actually start their agency and hold off on doing so. And the first reason is not feeling ready. Okay, I often hear from people, okay, why didn't you start it? I'm not ready yet, Jordan. I don't feel like I'm ready. And the truth is, you are never truly going to be ready, or at least feel ready. You don't need to know everything. You don't need the best laptop. You don't need all of the best knowledge. You don't even need to understand how to fulfill your service or have the right fancy software, have money in the bank. The only thing you need when you're first starting out is a list of companies that you can reach out to and organize meetings with so you can sell your service, irrelevant of the service you are providing. And anybody can get that. All of you watching this right now can get a list of people in your local area, a list of businesses in your local area for you to reach out to, your lead list, your hit list, whatever you want to call it. You're never going to be ready. So stop watching the days going by and just take action and just get started. Because you don't want to look back at this time now and regret that you didn't start sooner. Every single day that you're not starting is another day that's actually costing you money. Think about it, right? If you start today, then you can start signing clients within the next couple of weeks. If you wait another few weeks, then you've actually cost yourselves thousands in which those clients would have paid you. So you're costing yourself money by procrastinating on whether or not you are ready or not to get started. And you're never going to be truly ready. So just do it. The next thing I see a lot is shiny object syndrome. And shiny object syndrome is real and it is hard, especially in this online space. The nature of online businesses, everybody comes to YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok these days to find out how to start a business. And then you just get put in this rabbit hole of opportunity. There are so many different business opportunities out there, like Amazon FBA and drop shipping and e-commerce and cryptocurrency and trading and Forex, and the list is endless, right? There are so many different money-making opportunities out there and all these little side hustles out there that everybody talks about. But the truth is, you just need to find one thing or choose one thing that resonates with you the most and just stick to it. So many people think on, okay, maybe social media marketing isn't right for me and I should start Amazon FBA instead. And they're looking at all these pros and cons lists and watching YouTube videos from all different types of creators on all these different opportunities. And in doing which, they're never actually implementing anything. They just get shiny object syndrome. And so if that resonates with you, you're one of those people, maybe you even watched an Amazon FBA video before you stumbled across this one. Make the active decision to pick one thing. Let's make sure that's social media marketing, because you're here right now. There's no better time to start than now. So pick social media marketing and get rid of all of the creators that you follow in any other industry. You don't need it for inspiration. It's just going to distract you from the main goal, which is starting and scaling a social media marketing agency. So get rid of all the noise and get tunnel vision and just focus on your agency. Eliminate those shiny objects. And sure, when you speak to people, they're going to be talking about other opportunities, especially if you have friends who are trying to start companies of their own as well. But try and siphon out that information and just focus on the task at hand. When I started my agency, I didn't have anything else going on. I wasn't trying to trade on the side. I wasn't looking into cryptocurrency. I was purely focused on signing my first ever client. And you need to be compulsively obsessed with one thing if you want to be successful with it. You cannot dabble in social media marketing one day and then Amazon the next day and drop shipping the day after that. It simply will not work. Sure, the average millionaire has multiple businesses, but if you ask one of them whether they started them all at the same time, they would all say no. They were successful in one business and then they branched out to another later down the line. Just because you pick social media marketing now doesn't mean you are confined to those four walls for the rest of your life. But you just need to focus on one thing if you want to be successful and stay consistent with it. Now, the final thing I hear all the time, and this one is just an excuse, is no time. And that's masked for laziness. If you've got time to watch this video right now, or any video on YouTube, or just flick through TikTok, or watch Netflix videos at the end of the day with your missus, then you have time to start a company. And you're just being lazy and using that as an excuse for not getting started. When I first started my agency, I worked a 9 to 5 job, although it was more than that because I was in business development and sales never really stopped. So I woke up at 5 a.m. every single morning, educated myself, went to the gym, still focused on working on myself and my self-development. Then I worked on building my lead list in the morning just before work. And then after work, I would reach out to those leads, organize meetings, and go in my local city and actually host those meetings until I signed up enough clients to eliminate or cover my outgoings on a monthly basis. And I quit my job and I was full-time with the agency. I did not use time as an excuse. Now, granted, I actually had more time than some people in that situation. Some people have children, but there are still hours in the day that you can use for your business that you're probably using on other bullshit right now. And that's the truth. Okay. Right, okay, this is getting juicy. So, those are the main reasons why people don't actually get started. But now I want to address the people that have started but haven't actually signed their first client yet. And one of the things that I see happen, in fact, this is definitely the most significant thing, is people focusing on the irrelevant minor details and just trying to be a perfectionist, right? People look at my agency and agencies like Hamby Media and other successful students that we have in the Affluent Academy, and they compare themselves to those agencies and think that they need to look like them before they've even signed up clients. So they're trying to over-prepare on their website, on their logo, on their email footer, right? All of these are relevant details that have no correlation to whether or not they're going to sign up their first ever client, okay? And sure, you need a website when you're first starting out, but you can create a very simple one using templates, right? You don't need to invest loads of money and time into this elaborate branded website. It can be very, very simple as long as you've got something up there that says who you do. So stop worrying about having this perfect agency, because you're never going to have a perfect agency. And it's pointless if you don't even have money coming in. Don't focus on these details. They are so irrelevant if you don't even have a client. The only thing that an agency owner or aspiring agency owner should be focusing their time on when they're first starting is signing that first client. Build a list, reach out to them, arrange meetings, and sign up clients, get money in the bank. And then your number one priority should still stay doing that, getting new clients always until you reach your financial goals. Then you can sit back and focus on your branding and your website and your logos and your emails and all the little complexions and things that make you feel better inside, right? But if your goal is to start an online business to make money, then the only thing you should do is focus on making money, right? Why would you do anything else? And it's just purely procrastination. And it's self-doubt, and it's not feeling ready, and all the things that we've covered beforehand. And in lots of situations, imposter syndrome as well. Imposter syndrome is when we're doing something or want to start doing something or stop ourselves from doing something because we feel like an imposter. We don't feel like we are worthy or the right person to actually be doing it. So, for an example, if you want to start a Facebook ad agency and you want to reach out to restaurants, you might have this kind of sinking gut feeling that you're not capable of doing this, or you're not worthy of doing this, or you simply cannot charge people $1,000 a month for Facebook ads. And that is imposter syndrome. And that's something you can only work through by actually doing the thing that you're scared of doing. When I first started, as I said, I didn't even know how to run Facebook ads. When I signed up my first client, I didn't even have a limited company registered. I was literally signing up clients to Jordan Platten on a contract, and I had to learn Facebook ads after I signed them up and just scramble and figure it all out. But regardless of all that anxiety, I knew the first most logical step was signing the first client. So I focused all of my energy on that, regardless of my worries. And sure, I still had imposter syndrome on getting results, but then I learned how to get results, I delivered results, and I realized it wasn't all that hard and I'd overcome that. But you have to get started to overcome these issues. Okay, another big thing is just discipline and consistency. A lot of agencies will start off, they'll reach out to a few companies, and this is probably a lot of you guys who maybe have started out and still don't have that first client. You may have started reaching out to some local companies, maybe you've cold called a few, maybe you've emailed, And you realize it doesn't happen overnight. You realize that on your first day, you're not going to sign up your first ever client. And to some people, they're like, oh man, this isn't a get rich quick scheme, and they just give up. And so you get stuck in this cycle of watching videos and educating because you think you have knowledge voids, and you create more anxiety for yourself. Whereas all you need to realize is that an agency is a sales-based industry. And the secret to sales is numbers and consistency. You're not going to reach out to, everyone won't reach out to their first 20 companies and get their first meeting. Some people might, but it might take you 100 outreaches to get your first meeting. But the common denominator across all successful agency owners is consistency over time. Consistency plus time equals successful agency, right? Quote the formula, Jordan Platten 2022. But it's true. You need to be consistent over a period of time in your agency if you want to sign up your first ever client. And it's okay to get rejections. It's okay to get no's. This is all part of the process. Every time you get rejected, you're going to learn something from that experience, and you can adapt yourself on the call next time round or on the email that you send out. Every no is a learning experience for us, and we need to welcome failure. But with many people who jump into online business, especially as so many people who jump into it haven't had sales-based jobs or dog-eat-dog roles beforehand in the real world, they're not used to that rejection, and so they think it's bad and they're doing something wrong and it's not working for them, and they give up. But I'm here to tell you that rejection is completely normal in an agency, and you will have to handle it no matter what stage you are at. We still get rejected on a weekly or daily basis in our agency. We laugh at it and we welcome it because we learn from it every time, and we know that it is part of the process. If everybody said yes to us, then every agency that exists would be a multi-million-dollar a month agency, but that simply cannot be the case. So welcome that rejection and stick to your targets consistently on a daily basis, and you will be successful. And don't overshoot these targets, okay? Set small, manageable targets. 10 companies a day, 20 companies a day, something like that. I reached out to 20 companies a day when I was first starting, minimum. But set manageable targets. Don't start cold calling 50, 100 companies a day, because you simply won't be able to do that. You'll burn out too quickly, and then you'll just create this bad taste around growing your agency. Guys, I realize I'm fleeting around all lots of different things on this video. My ADHD mind is really coming out here, but I want to help you guys as much as I possibly can. So I'm just kind of speaking my mind as to all of the reasons I see why you guys maybe aren't starting, or some of you guys aren't starting your agency right now. And that's what this channel is for. It's for them open conversations where I can speak to you guys no filter and say the harsh realities that are truly gonna help you be successful, where I don't have to suck the proverbial algorithm of YouTube, and I can just deliver the hard-hitting value for you guys. Just one thing that comes in my mind before we finish up today is accountability. And I think that for lots of people, again, who haven't been in these heavy-hitting jobs in the real world before starting an online business, before starting an agency, those people aren't used to self-accountability and self-discipline. And I think when you're first starting out, something really valuable for all of you to do is find an accountability coach. Find an accountability partner. And that's something we encourage in the Affluent Academy, our training program. That's why it's actually ingrained in our training process. We assign everybody to an accountability coach who literally works with them day on day and says, okay, these are your targets. Are you following them? If not, why? How do we work on that? What's working, what isn't working, and so on. But all of you guys away from that, you can do this straight from this YouTube channel. Drop a comment down below, right? You kill two birds with one stone. One, you enter our competition. Number two, you might just find an accountability partner. Drop a comment and ask for somebody. Ask for an accountability partner. And I'm sure there are other people who are watching this video right now that will want an accountability partner. Work with someone, get their WhatsApp number, put them in a group with a couple of other agency owners, whatever you need to do, and speak to them every day about what your goals are for that day and whether or not you have hit them. And when that person doesn't hit those targets, ask them why and hold them accountable to that. And what that's going to do is create this inter-competition, right? And when you don't stick to your targets, you're going to feel guilty about it. And when that person starts signing up clients, you're going to feel guilty about it. And you're going to work harder because of it. So get yourself an accountability partner. It really, really works when you're first starting out. Sweet. That's it for me, guys. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.